Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone, world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. We wish you another Sunday, wonderful Sunday, second Sunday of the January 2025. And of course, Indian tourism is calling everybody. I hope you all are taking care of yourself, your kith and kins, your neighbors, your community, your continent, your country, your people, and of course, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. What all is happening in Los Angeles and particularly in California side. I lost a couple of friends in Malibu, and the fire which has taken place over there. There's a great destruction. We pray to Almighty that things should become better and things should be nice. At the same time, a lot of development, a lot of new things world over. And tomorrow is going to be very auspicious and a very wonderful day because tomorrow is going to be Happy Lohri also. And at the same time, the Honorable Prime Minister will be inaugurating Asia's longest tunnel tomorrow, which is going to be wow, wow. And that is going to be something very, very important for everybody. Tourism के लिए भी, फौज के लिए भी, और बाकी लोगों के लिए भी रोज का जो साधन है between Srinagar and Ladakh when you go to Leh city, and it's going to be altogether different. तो आइए आज का प्रोग्राम हम लोग शुरू करते हैं और आज के प्रोग्राम में 4 स्लाइड दिखाने के बाद हम आगे चलेंगे। इस सप्ताह की जो कुछ एक विशेष झांकियां, कुछ एक विशेष इवेंट्स, सबसे पहले नथिंग कुड हैव बीन मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस, 18th प्रवासी दिवस that was celebrated, jubilated happily, and world over the people joined from, and it was in Bhubaneswar. Lord Jagannath के दर्शन भी लोगों ने किए, अलग अलग टूर्स भी गए, lot of tourism took place over there. The very first day when the program started, and that day the Honorable External Affairs Minister of India, he did a lot of things. I'll come on to that. But थोड़ा सा glimpse लेते हैं 2024 का Ministry of Tourism, Government of India का 76 projects under the Swadesh Darshan scheme and 48 projects under Prashad scheme and 65 projects under the assistance of the central government agencies. They got approved and they got kicked off. They got moved on as far as 2024 in India for the tourism is concerned. If we move little ahead, the travel and tourism industry, it embraced innovation, sustainable practices, global connectivity, showing significance, and a lot of growth. As we approach 2025, trends like be leisure, when we say pleasure, pleasure is basically business and leisure tourism clubbed together. Ecotourism, and of course, the advanced technology, artificial intelligence is coming in a very, very big way. As far as tourism is concerned, augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, all that is coming up in the country very well. So 2025 is going to be very, very scintillating, and technology is going to play a very important role for all of us. So ladies and gentlemen, Pravasi Divas, which took place at Bhubaneswar, it was mind-blowing. And what a the wonderful deliberations. The first day on 8th, it was the Honorable External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar ji. He was there, basically connecting with the youth Pravasis from the world over. And on 9th of January, the Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated, along with another galaxy, and something very interesting. He flagged off from there itself the tourist train, which was a Parvasi tourist train. Wow. And then on 10th, we had the Honorable President of India over there, and she gave away the awards, honors, recognition to the people. Here are the complete details. You can read it in your own time. You can flip-flop. You can see it later. You can go through what all took place, what deliberations were there during the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. And tomorrow, another very important thing which is taking place, Mahakumbh, and what an arrangements, what all is expected, how technology is also going to play a very important role. And tomorrow, Mahakumbh also starts. An honorable Prime Minister would also be visiting. Now, as far as the preparation of Mahakumbh has been done, 400 million people, tourists, they are expected for spiritual tourism, pilgrimage tourism, holy bath, whatsoever we want to say. 37,000 police personnel and, 10 zones, 25 sectors, and 56 police stations, 155 additional posts, 1,378 women police officers, all that has been done. And for the first time with the drones, you have got underneath cameras also inside the water for the security, the CCTV cameras and all. And then, of course, the facial recognitions. So technology is going to play a very, very important role as far as Kumbh. So we pray to Almighty and we wish all the best to the people, those who have gone over there. The event should be very scintillating, and our prayers also should reach the holy waters and, of course, over there. Now, let me take on to the world of walkathon, and we extend a very hearty welcome. Join me in extending a very warm welcome, hearty welcome to both our distinguished guests. They have been very kind to come every Sunday. Namaskar to both of them. We have got
Namaskar.
Sudhir Joshi ji and we have got Nishtha Joshi. I had gone through their website also today, and from there I found a lot of further details, very interesting. तो आइए इनके साथ आज का सफर शुरू करते हैं. Tourism is calling. Tourism is calling all of us, and every Sunday we are going to have a wonderful stories for all of you. और खासकर निष्ठा जब उसको स्टोरी में वीव करती हैं तो एक अलग सी एक लहर सी उठती है. तो आइए कॉन्टेक्स्ट को शुरू करते हैं और सुधीर जोशी जी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो यहाँ से अपने टूरिज्म की, पर्यटन की जो माला पिरोते हैं हर संडे को, आज भी लेकर चले. सुधीर जोशी जी एंड निष्ठा जोशी जी.
Good evening from rainy, foggy, and sunny Delhi.
Wow. Wow. Three combinations. Golden triangle here also.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Namaste Delhi, because I belongs to Delhi, and in my previous conversation with you, that I have quoted one old Urdu poet, but is I'm translating it into English, that Delhi belongs to everyone, but no one belongs to Delhi. So today we are going to take all of you on the culinary tour of Delhi, the food walk of Delhi.
आज मैं डिनर नहीं करूंगा, यही कर लेता हूँ. समथिंग लवली. खुशबू आ रही है मुझे इस आपके वहां से खुशबू आ रही है अच्छे अच्छे पकवानों की. चलिए चलते हैं.
Delhi is a journey of senses. You smell, you feel, you touch, and you eat. And Delhi wale is commonly known as the Chatoras.
Okay.
And Delhi is the fooders' paradise. Like that, everyone like food. And this is the perfect climate and the weather for the walk, talk, and eat.
Okay.
Because
Walk, talk, and eat. Hmm.
in winter season, like whatever you eat, whatever you consume, it is all digested. Delhi, from the very beginning, is always a migrant city. From a small village, from the ancient time, the from where the Delhi name derives, Dillu. From Dillu to Delhi, from New Delhi, and the various names. So Delhi, from the small village of Gujars and the Tomars town, slowly from the village, then town, then metropolitan, then a cosmopolitan. The cosmopolitan, where the people from the various parts of the world live with the different languages, customs, rituals, and they follow their own culture without disturbing the local culture. So cosmopolitan, when Delhi became the cosmopolitan, we have adopted the various languages, various festivals, various food items, various language, because whatever we talk in Delhi, the Delhiites normally talk, is known as the Hinglish, is a combination of Hindi and English. But within a Hindi, we are using Urdu, Persian, Arabic words in very common language. So when we are talking about Delhi is the fooders paradise, so first thing what is comes in our mind about the street food or the big malls or very fancy fine dine restaurants, you are going to get all these things in Delhi. But normally in our walks, we normally receive the request of the local delicacies. I normally pronounce this as a local delicacies, not as a street food. So in the street food, we have so many things, like we have the chola bhaturas, we have Natraj ke dahi balle, we
Yeah.
have jalebi, we have samosa, you name it, biryani, वेजिटेरियंस के लिए भी है, नॉन वेजिटेरियंस के लिए भी है, द गोलगप्पास, so many things that is a amalgamation of the different foods in Delhi you are going to get. In when we have started like our in our childhood time, in Delhi we have very selected food outlets. रोशन की कुल्फी सिर्फ एक होती थी in Karol Bagh. So now in Delhi, in each corner, you are getting the very nice mouth-watering food. Like if you are traveling to Paharganj area, the Sitaram Divanchand ke chole bhature. So who was the first person who had created chola bhaturas in India after 1947? Was the owner of Quality Restaurant, Kishori Lal Lamba. And then who introduced the butter chicken in Delhi, again from Pakistan migrated Punjabi person, the owner of Moti Mahal, the two Kundans, Kundan Lal. So they were friends. After partition, first person created the Moti Mahal of Daryaganj, and the second person created the Daryaganj restaurant, butter chicken. So before we go on the journey of senses or the smell, I slightly want to check about the food of India, like normally. Like if I bifurcate the food, that is a prehistoric time. When we go back to the Harappan civilization, Indus Valley civilization, in that civilization, in the Punjab or in Gujarat, like whatever we found that was almost in non-vegetarian items. Then we came to the Vedic period and with the Aryans. In Vedic periods, we have received, or like in the archaeological sites, we have received lentils, we have received cereals, we have received different grains also. So in that time, then the Muslim rule came in, that is the divided into the two parts, that is the Sultanate period from 1080 to 1526, and from 1526 to 1857 was the Muslim rule, the Sultanate period, and then the Mughal period. The more impact about on the Indian food or a Delhi food is all influenced by the Mughal food, basically. Then after Mughals, the Britishers came in and the other European empire, Dutch, French, Portuguese. And basically, if we talk about the Indian spices, we can say that the Portuguese, they introduced the spices to India, be it the red chili, be it the tobacco, the potato, different things. Even paneer also, the cheese, was introduced by the Portuguese to us. In Calcutta, that is the reform, like that, how to break the milk, and from जो दूध को फाड़ के हम छेना बनाते हैं, from that time the Bengali sweets came into the existence. Then Britishers, they brought oranges, carrot, cauliflower, spinach, then cabbage, then omelette, that was created by the Britishers. Then some food items which was introduced by the Britishers, you can say that is a rasam, which is normally, now we are normally getting into our South Indian outlets, which is the spicy beef shorba that was adopted by in Delhi or in the South Indian food also. Then jalfrezi, जो हम दाल फ्रेजी pronounce करते हैं, that is the meat of fish or a fried fish. Then we have parathe, we have kebab, we have chaat, we have dolat ki chaat. Dolat ki chaat, from chaat you cannot presume that this is a namkeen wali chaat with dahi and chutney. No, this is the sweet chaat, which is only available during these months from November or December up to the last week of Feb or first week of March. Dolat ki chaat, which is from the whipped cream milk, khoya, and the saffron के साथ के अंदर it is served. Nihari, कुल्हड़ वाले पालक छोले, so different multani mode kachori. So all these things is available in Delhi. Be it Paharganj, Lajpat Nagar, Chandni Chowk, the area of Chandni Chowk or the Khari Babli side, Gol Hatti, Gyani ki Hatti, so many things, Jang Bahadur ki kachori, pakode. So whatever is available, that is the food walk. During the food walk, we take our food. Even now in Jangpura, you can relish the Afghani food also in Jangpura, because so many Afghani refugees are settled down in Jangpura. If you are really interested for the आपका north eastern Majnu ka Tila, different cafe culture is developed. So during the food walk, we don't normally, we talk about the various ingredients, the spices. If I would like to quote a historian, Sohail Hashmi Sahib, as per his information, he has mentioned only two spices, that is the black pepper and the green cardamom, belongs to India. And everything else which we are using in our kitchen is brought by the different rulers, different dynasties, and everything. Here I would like to quote another quote from the food critic and the writer, Dr. Pushpesh Panthji. Like what he has told about the food, that is the myth of Mughlai. Basically, there is no word Mughlai, is a Mughaliya basically. But the myth of Mughlai, the training of tandoor, and the curse of curry. That is created that normally whatever we are having the non-vegetarian, we just correlate that this is the Mughal staple food brought by Mughals. But all the Mughaliya food developed after the Mughal dynasty was collapsed, and that was adopted by the nearby states like Awadh, like Rampur, like Hyderabad. Only on that time this Mughaliya food was developed. The training of tandoor, again anything is cooked in tandoor, again that is related with the Mughals. No, tandoor was available in the Indus Valley civilization and the Harappan civilization. And the curse of curry.
सब ऑडियंस लिख रहे हैं, feeling very hungry after knowing such a tasty dishes.
Today right now I am only talking in verbally, but when I am going to hand over to Nishtha, when she is going to share some photographs, So definitely the our guest would like to come and join us maybe tomorrow morning, or maybe they are going to book their tickets to come to Delhi to relish these local delicacies.
Okay.
The last word, which is the curse of curry, he means that the मुगलई का मिथक, तंदूर का अत्याचार, और कभी करी का अभिशाप. अब करी जो है वो मुगल्स ने ब्रिटिशर्स ने बना दी. जो भी ग्रेवी वाली सब्जी थी वो उनको करी बोलने लग गए. वेयर इन करी द इन इंडिया द कड़ी मीन्स सब्जी को काढ़ के बनाना, विच इज हमारे बेसन के साथ में पकौड़ियों के साथ में बनती थी. लेकिन वॉट एवर द ब्रिटिशर्स कंज्यूम इन ए ग्रेवी फॉर्म, they just name it as curry. So that is the very, very nice interpretation given by Dr. Pushpesh Pant. I'm just repeating the myth of Mughlai, the trainee of Tandoor, and the curse of curry. So in that we everything is now come under the tandoor or a curry or a Mughliya food, but we are not talking about the chaat, why the chaat was introduced in Delhi, the chola bhaturas, गुजिया, समोसा. समोसा इंडिया से नहीं है. जलेबी जलेबी इंडिया से नहीं है. So now I'll ask Nishtha to take over, and in between, if anybody would like to ask any question, please feel free and ask us, and we will be happy to give the answer as per our best ability.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, lovely.
I hope my screen
Yes,
is
yes,
up.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the very first thing is Delhi on a plate. And
Hmm.
before I start talking about the different food joints, because we have been talking a lot about the, history of the different food items. But one thing, until and unless you don't go out and taste the food, the essence of it is just incomplete, right? So I very well remember there was this guest of mine who came down for a food walk in 2019, a fresh graduate studying in US, and the very first thing that she told me that she came down to India just to try the different food items. And that
Hmm.
was the best statement. And she said that, you can have a look of the monuments and do the virtual tours here and there. But if you really want to taste one thing, as in, feel it completely, you need to taste the food of that place. And that was the sole reason that girl came here. So, a very small presentation, I mean, slides where we are going to talk about the different kind of places which the walkathon tours the company recommends, or we can tell our guests that they can go. Of course, when we go to these places, we talk about the history of the food outlet itself, because some of the places are approximately more than 100 years old. The kind of recipes that they use is something which is, I mean, we have never tasted something like that. And also, we are going to go we are going to bifurcate everything. So the very first thing is the street food of Delhi. So Delhi is very famous for the street food. हम बोलते हैं चाट खाना है, चाट खाना है. The literal translation जो मैं बोलती हूँ चाट का, it's to, when you eat a chaat, you literally need to lick your fingers. If
Hmm.
you are not doing that, the essence of street food or chaat is incomplete. So when we talk about it, the photograph that you see is from Ashok Chaat Bhandar, which is in Chavdi Bazaar, right next to the metro station. And here you get dahi bhalla, aloo tikki, different type of golgappas, vada, and things like that. And these are the on the screen itself, when the audience, they are going to have a look at the live whenever they'll be, having time, they can of course go through the list. So we have Ashok Chaat Bhandar, we have Natraj Dahi Bhalla. Of course, as the name suggests, we have Dahi Bhalla as the most famous item. It's right next to the Chandni Chowk metro station. We have old famous Jalebi Wala. They have samosa as well as jalebi. And samosa has two fillings. एक आलू का है और एक मटर का है. So whatever you like, you can just go on and have it. And the best part is that उसके opposite ही there is a chai wala. So you can enjoy.
हमको दोनों चाहिए.
Perfect. And chai bhi hai wahan pe. So you can have the samosas as well as the chai, and then you have jalebi. Mazak mein wahan ke jo local log hain, and the typical Delhiites when we go there, it's like we don't call it a jalebi, we call it a jaleba, क्योंकि वो बहुत बड़ी जलेबी होती है. One jalebi का weight is approximately 100 grams. So you can kind of imagine कि वो जलेबी नहीं जलेबा है. Then we have lotan chole wala, जो सिर्फ सुबह ही होता है there in old Delhi. Pretty spicy. So, before I go about the spicy food, let me tell you that, we talk about especially the street food of Delhi is very oily as well as spicy, right? And the story behind the same goes like, well, this could be a myth or a fable, that when the capital, the Mughal capital, was getting shifted from Agra to Delhi, Shah Jahan realized that people are not feeling well. Something is wrong with the stomach of these people. So he called different people and he said, Ki, Acha, identify the reason what it is. And somebody came and suggested that the water of river Yamuna is not fit for consumption. So he said, I have shifted my capital. I am not going back. Give me a solution to this. So the solution given to him was that you start adding a lot of spices and chilies in the food so that the bacteria in your gut gets killed. Now imagine people who don't eat spicy food, how tough it is going to be for them, especially the next morning. So the other person came and he suggested that you start adding a lot of butter, oil, or let's say desi ghee, so that next morning it's a smooth sail. And that's how the food of old Delhi became spicy and oily. And that was kind of then, from old Delhi it went to the different places. And in general, the food of or the local delicacies turned out to be oily and spicy. Then next on the list we have Kareem's. You can have the kebabs very quickly. You can pick two kebabs, try it, and keep going. We have Moti Mahal that is there in Daryaganj. There is Shiv Mishtan Bhandar, which is very famous for the breakfast. It's in Chavdi Bazaar. So we have bedmi puri, halwa, aloo ki sabji, and nagori halwa over there. That could be tasted. Then we have Gyani Chola Bhatura. So we have heard a lot about the Gyani's ice cream. हर जगह दिल्ली में उसके mostly outlets हैं. But if you are there in Chandni Chowk, you will find the original Gyani's. The original Gyani's where you will get the Chola Bhatura, you will get Chola Chawal, and you will get Rabdi Faluda, which is a very famous thing over there. We have Gol Hatti. Gol Hatti is very unusual place. Why? Because आपको कुल्लड़ में चावल, पालक और छोले मिलते हैं. So that's a very different, thing to relish. And then we have Sham Sweets, again, very famous for the bedmi puri. Now, from the street food, we will proceed towards the South Indian food. Now, people usually have South Indian during the time of breakfast, but nowadays, health conscious people, especially, very diet conscious, dosa kha lete hain, we will be sorted. So these are few of the recommendations from our side, be it Juggernaut, Carnatic Cafe, Udupi. There are multiple outlets, of all the stores that I am talking about. Navedyam is in Haus Khas. So if you are out there near to the Haus Khas fort, exploring the urban village of Delhi, you can go to Navedyam. Then we have Karnataka Bhavan and Mysore Cafe. Now let's talk about something North Indian. People who love rajma chawal, or let's say butter chicken, or more of, such heavy stuff. So we have Kake the hotel, which is at the outer circle CP. You can have biryani, you can have rajma chawal, you can have chole chawal, amazing food. Then the Rajinder Da Dhaba, which is there at Safdarjung Enclave. All the people who are watching this, the non-vegetarians, this is your place to go and relish the food. Then quality in CP, it's just not only about the food of this place, but also the ambience altogether. There's Gulati at Pandara Road and Moti Mahal at Daryaganj. Now, one interesting thing which, I'm sure that people who are watching this, if you guys are there on Instagram, the popularity of the reels is one thing that is there on Instagram. So people nowadays, especially the food vloggers, are going to the state bhavans in Delhi, the state houses, to try the typical food. For example, tomorrow I would like to have some Gujarati breakfast. I can go to the Gujarat Bhavan. I may be craving for some nice momos from Sikkim, from the northeast part. I can go to the Sikkim house or the Nagaland house to try that cuisine. So here is the list of the top 10 state bhavans in Delhi where you can go and try the food. You want to have some nice fish, you want to have some prawns, you have the Goa Nivas, we have Odisha Nivas, you want to try the Vazwan cuisine, Jammu and Kashmir house is there for you. And last but not the least, and which is my favorite, whenever I am leading any food tour, I never end a tour without anything sweet. And here I am not going to focus on the Indian sweets as such, but the old bakeries. And to begin with, the very first on the list is Wenger's, which is in CP. It is going to be 100 years of this bakery. It was established in 1926. Very famous for the choco pies and the walnut pies, salted caramel pies. Then the Defense Bakery in Defense Colony here since 1962. We have Nathu Sweets, we have Maxim's Bakery and Angelica Bakery, which is there in Karol Bagh. So these are the few, places which I jotted down so that the audience, whenever they are looking at this particular live, they can, of course, uh, have a bit of idea where to start from because every hook and corner of Delhi has something or other to offer in terms of food. So this is like an orientation food, directory for them so that they can at least start exploring day by day.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, you had such a wonderful cuisine, culinary, and wonderful dishes from both Sudhir Joshi ji and Nishtha. And you can place an order today. You will get complimentary dish from them wherever you are in Delhi. They will send across to you because he started with something very scintillating, rainy, foggy, and sunny Delhi. Wow, that was lovely. Sudhirji, anything to add before we close down today's program? Anything would you like to add?
I just want to add that we had to, like, whenever we go out for the eating, when we are even to wine and dine, we had to maintain the decorum, that we should be a good citizen.
Yes, yes.
Like, so because in some restaurants, some food outlets, you are sitting with your family, and if you are a college going stuff, you are making noise, you are freaking out, but only small request that to maintain the decorum, respect other families or other people a space, and enjoy Delhi because this is the right time. The weather is, again, I'm telling you, दिल्ली की गुलाबी सर्दी का मजा अगर किसी ने नहीं लिया, और दिल्ली के पराठे अगर किसी ने नहीं खाए पराठे वाली गली में या मूलचंद के फ्लाईओवर के नीचे, तो उन्होंने सर्दियों के अंदर उन्होंने पराठों का फिर मजा नहीं लिया। और बहुत सारी और चीजें हैं, आपकी बेडमी पूरी है, मुल्तानी मोच मोट कचौड़ी भी बहुत फेमस है, दिल्ली के वो राम लड्डू बहुत पसंद है मूली के साथ में जो दिए जाते हैं। आप पुरानी किसी जगह में निकल जाइए, सबसे बेस्ट बिजनेस आजकल जो है वो है आपका फूड एंड बेवरेजेस का, एफएमबी का। और उसके अंदर आप, you will get the satisfaction when your customers go out happily after having the breakfast or a lunch or a dinner. So enjoy Delhi ki sardi, enjoy Delhi ka food, and next Sunday we will take you to the another journey of senses, कुछ और करेंगे, कुछ और highlights दिखाएंगे आपको दिल्ली के ऊपर। So this is all for my side. Thank you very much for giving us this platform.
Thank you, Sudhir Joshi ji. Thank you, Nishtha. In fact, today nobody should, cook anything at home. Just order outside and get something sumptuous, so that एक बड़ी अच्छी बात कही निष्ठा ने कि जब तक आप अपनी उंगलियां जो है वो ना चाटें वो सारी चीजें। और फिर सुधीर जी ने एक शब्द यूज किया, चटोरे। वो भी एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग शब्द था। तो चलिए, वॉक टॉक एंड ईट, दैट ऑल्सो यू यूज समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। और हमारा दिल्ली बहुत खूबसूरत है, और ये जो डेलिकेसीज और डेलिशियस एंड sumptuous culinary की आज बातचीत जो हुई, आई एम pretty sure that during your next trip to Delhi you would enjoy. You will go to these places, you will take a benefit of it, and you must taste whatever is the best of the place, whatever you visit, particularly Delhi, and of course, the rest of the places in India also. So, with these words, look forward meeting you tomorrow evening. कल हम न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 में कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग टू कैपेबिलिटी बिल्डिंग ऑफ टीचर्स पे चलेंगे और हमारा टोटल फोकस टेक्नोलॉजी पे होगा. Teachers need a lot of support. So I'm a humble learner. I learned today from Sudhir ji and Nishtha, and I learn from each one of you every day a lot, and I'll keep learning. That's the way the life should go on. Enjoy yourself. Indian tourism is calling. Come and visit Delhi. It's wonderful. This is the time. सर्दियों में वैसे भी ज्यादा खाया जाता है और इंटरेस्टिंग और टेस्टी लगता है. चलिए लेकर चलते हैं इसको आगे. धन्यवाद, आपका बहुत बहुत आभार. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very
Thank you
much
very
for
much.
coming.